You are listening to Wedding and Event Insider. This is Michelle Twarberg.
You know that when I've been able to really serve a bride to the point that she's crying with joy or something in that aspect, that makes me just feel like this is the most rewarding job ever.
Our guest with us here today has been in business for the last 8 years. She provides exceptional service with on-site wedding hair and makeup services here in the Twin Cities. She's one of those people that will share her expertise. She also offers updo education for hairstylists that are wanting to enter into the wedding market. Listen in as she shares some of those moments, the ones that remind me of the why we are in the event industry. We have with us today Heidi Akpaette with 139 Hair by Heidi.
Well, I do hair and makeup exclusively for weddings.
Awesome. And you do that on site, which I think is such a great service for your clients.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we're not in a salon. We just come on site and do trials at my studio. And then, go to wherever they are getting ready, whether that be at the venue or a hotel or somebody's house, whatever it may be. We'll come on site to do everything.
Well, I can tell you that just helps the day go by as far as all the events that a couple has to deal with during their wedding day, when they can have their hair and makeup done at the place of their choice and not have to bring their whole bridal party all around town before, or early to get things accomplished. It's really nice as far as what I've seen with events. So having on-site wedding hair and makeup is really great.
Well, that makes it more fun too. I feel like it's a fun way to start the day with your friends and family, rather than being all kind of split up and having like a chaotic morning of running around. You can just enjoy each other's company. Maybe
Absolutely.
drink a mimosa or something and hang out. So
yes, I've seen that. Yes, I love that little snack tray and some champagne and just celebrating with your party it's really nice and relaxed. That's awesome. Wow. So Heidi, how long have you been doing this? How long have you had your business?
Well, I've really been doing updos for weddings for a little over 13 years, actually. But the business itself has more like officially been around for about 8 years. So I kind of just did it on the side for fun for a long time. And then I think I'm coming into my 8th year of like officially being a real business. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yes. And I think some of the things I've noticed that you've kind of been adding on to a little bit of education too. You've been, I've noticed some of that online a little bit as far as people wanting to learn a little bit about the updos. Is that something a little bit on the side you're kind of doing as well?
Yeah, so I'm starting to build an education platform to help other hairstylists who want to work in the bridal world, just because it's more of a unique space in the cosmetology realm, and you don't learn a lot about updos and bridal hair and even how to run a business in school. So I'm trying to help other people who want to do that and who are passionate about weddings and serving brides be able to add that to their current career, or just kind of start something new and do that. So that's been something I've been working with on the sides too, is just educating other hairstylists on how to do updos and work in the bridal world, which has been so fun.
Yes, and it's so nice when you can share your expertise. So do you have I know that there's other people that are listening probably that are thinking about starting their own business, whether it be within hair and makeup or just starting their own business simply. As a business owner for over the last 8 years, do you have a tip or anything that you'd share with those that are thinking about maybe starting their own business?
Yeah, I think that starting small and first of all, just getting started is a huge accomplishment in the beginning. So just getting a name for your business, deciding what you want to do, and getting like a simple website up is a great first start. And then I feel like I have learned so much just from trial and error. So being able to just start small, do one step at a time, and just focus on really quality in the beginning and getting your bearings on what it means to own a business and how you want to serve people best, I think is important. I'm glad that I didn't, start out right away saying, I'm going to have a huge team and I'm going to do all these things, because I think it would have been really overwhelming. So just starting small and working on, like I said, offering really quality services, and then growing slow as you learn what you're doing and learn what your expertise is, and just kind of the ins and outs of owning your own business.
Right. No, I think that's really good advice for people when you start out small, but it kind of lowers those expectations for yourself. And being able to manage things, and then actually it's like you do them so well then that word spreads.
Yes.
Quickly. Yes. That you got and word of mouth referrals come in, and and just the
Definitely.
community gets to know about you and that sort of thing too. So very good advice there. And now a word from our sponsor. This is Michelle Twerberg, your host, and I just got to share about a business that I have learned about and will give you peace of mind if you're a small business owner like me that puts off that paperwork of the side of the business. Let me tell you, I've got somebody you got to be in touch with. It's Laura Adler at adler.financial. She will take care of running the money side of your business, letting it run efficiently, have it be less work so the business owner can focus on what they love to do and what their passion is within their business, and knowing that they can be confident with the money side of their business being manageable, understandable, and it's on track. Check out Laura Adler at adler.financial, ADLER.financial. And now back to our show. So what's your favorite story to share with us about your business?
Oh, gosh, I've got a lot of good stories over the years. I think that I can't off the top of my head just think of one story that just popping in my head. But
Sure.
I do know that when I've been able to really serve a bride to the point that she's crying with joy or something in that aspect, that makes me just feel like this is the most rewarding job ever. So like last weekend, for example, my team and I ended up being able to get a last minute bride in who had moved her date because of COVID. And then she decided she was going to hire us just to do a photo shoot to make something special. But then at the last minute decided to actually get married on that day.
Wow.
And we were able to squeeze it in, and she was, we were doing her hair and makeup, and the makeup artist was in front of her and I was behind her. Then we handed her a mirror and she held it up and then just burst into tears when she saw herself, and then put the mirror down and couldn't look anymore. And so just moments like that, it's like, oh, this is so great that I can just have an impact in that way, where you just not only can help someone like make their day happen because she was able to pull it all together to have the ceremony, but then also just like she felt so beautiful. And that just means so much to me, because I think on your wedding day, you want to feel your most beautiful and you want to feel your best self. And so I don't know, the fact that we've been able to help people do that, I love that. So that's a moment that I just had recently. So that's the one I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, I love
Right
that.
now.
I love it. It is so, and that is such a beautiful thing when you can give a person confidence,
Mm-hmm.
and make them feel, like you said, the best that they have probably ever felt, and making them the
Yeah.
most beautiful for their day, because,
Yes.
they're in the spotlight for their wedding day. Yeah, that is a deep joy to be able to provide that for people. So that is very cool.
Yeah, I love
And I
it.
love that you're able to help her last minute too, even,
Oh, I know.
yeah, that is
I
very
know. I
that's
know. I
very
couldn't
helpful
believe we
too.
pulled it off. It was like bam, 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 4 o'clock. Here we come, after doing another wedding and 2 other photo shoots in between. So it was great. I felt kind of like a magician, but I was like, we're doing
Yes,
it. We're making it
yes.
happen. So
Right.
yeah.
No, and that's what you do as a business owner so often, is going that extra mile and just making it work, making their day work, jumping through whatever hoops we got to go through. But we're,
Yes.
the end result is going to be, you're going to be happy on your day, and it's going to go through and it's going to be fine and good and wonderful.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so fun. It's so fun to get to kind of know you too, Heidi. So we have a question that we typically ask, just to kind of get to know you. So this is kind of just of a random little question, but it is, who
Sure.
would you say is your favorite hero and why?
My favorite hero. Oh my gosh, you guys are pulling out the crazy questions.
I know. Well, it's October here too, so we can pull on
Okay.
but hero can be, yeah, real, fictional, whatever you're.
Oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot. I I feel like I need to pick somebody like really, really, um, over the top. Who are people that
Oh,
I
I actually
admire?
love hearing about the everyday heroes, so you're in a safe place
Yeah,
with me. Yep, those everyday
yeah,
heroes
okay,
are just kind of real down to earth, real, and who touch our hearts and inspire us too. So don't feel, yeah, it can just
okay,
be somebody that inspires you.
Okay, and well, now that you said it like that, I'm thinking of so in Minneapolis, in North Minneapolis, there is a group of nuns. Okay, and they used to live in a monastery like traditional nuns, but whatever 50 years ago or 20, I don't know, 30 years ago, a long time ago, they decided to move their monastery into a house in North Minneapolis and serve the community. So instead of being, set away, they decided to pray for the community, offer them services, give them bus tokens, give them food, hang out with them, and just be a presence. So anyway, I've been able to be connected with these sisters for the last about 7 or 8 years or so. And recently, one of them, who was 92, she just passed away 2 weeks ago, but she served faithfully. I mean, she was 92 and she had served since she was like 18 years old. She became a nun and served faithfully in the community. And one thing that she did in the end of her life was she started basically, like, think of it AA, like the 12-step program, for people who wanted to renounce white privilege and start to understand their place in our world of white privilege and where racism plays a part. So she gathered a group of people together who wanted to just learn about that and learn about racial reconciliation and how to be a force for change in the world right now. And so, she's 92 years old, like can hardly get out of bed, and she's leading this group of people to do that, which is really incredible. So not only, did she live a life of service that I think is something that I really admire, but just a quiet, humble life, and then was able in a time of life where you think, what do you have left to do but just, hang out and be, and, but she actually was really impactful in making social change and helping people rise to the current, pulse of our nation. And so very cool, very heroic, and I really admire her. So
no, hats off. That is so true. I love any age how we can make an impact, and especially listening to people that have had life experience over decades and decades of experience, and for us to be able to hear them and for them to take the time to put into service what she's doing, and till her very elderly age, young age. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. So I love who you picked. That is a great hero to have in your life.
Well, good.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, well, is there anything else you'd like our listeners to know about your business? You have a fantastic business. I love the onsite. It's such a great service that you provide. It really helps the event go so much easier and nicer, and having them feel confident and that sort of thing. Is there anything else that you'd like listeners to know about you or your business?
I guess just that, my heart is just to serve brides. And so if I can do that in my own skills or in the people that work with me, or in being able to serve other stylists so they can eventually serve brides too, that's what I'm out to do. So I know that through our network of Twin Cities Wedding and Event Professionals, that's what so many of us are about, just serving the people around us. And it's just a privilege and my honor to be able to do that to this capacity with my business. So I appreciate you taking the time to interview me and ask me these thoughtful questions.
Oh, absolutely. We love having you a part of our group. And it's the people like you that are willing to just come share your expertise and knowledge, let others that are learning and that sort of thing come ask questions, be approachable, and network together and gain each other's business and trust and word of mouth referrals, and just helping each other in our event community. So we thank you for being a member here too with us, Heidi. We really appreciate you as well.
Of course.
To find out more about Heidi and her on-site wedding hair and makeup services, visit 139hairbyheidi.com. To learn more about Twin Cities Wedding and Event Professionals, visit tcwep.com. Opt into our e-newsletter for upcoming in-person and virtual events. Thanks for listening.